Have you ever wondered why some people live healthy and active lives well into their 80s and 90s, while others struggle with health problems as early as their 60s? Is it just genetics, or is there a hidden secret to aging well? Today, I want to share a story about two old friends, Robert and William, both 65 years old. They grew up in the same neighborhood, worked in similar jobs, and retired around the same time. Yet 5 years after retirement, their lives looked completely different. Robert spends his mornings hiking, enjoys gardening, and plays with his grandkids. He rarely gets sick, sleeps well, and feels full of energy. William, on the other hand, often complains about fatigue, joint pain, and difficulty sleeping. He spends most of his day sitting in front of the TV, waiting for time to pass. Why are their lives so different? And more importantly, how can you become more like Robert and less like William? Stay with me, because I'm going to reveal practical, science-backed tips to help you stay healthy, active, and mentally sharp after 60. And here's a challenge for you. If you find a tip in this video that you think describes you perfectly, write that number in the comments below. Let's see which tip resonates with most people. Chapter 1. The silent shift after 60. The truth is, aging changes your body in ways that you may not immediately notice. Around your 60s, your metabolism slows down, muscle mass naturally decreases, and your bones become weaker. Your risk for chronic conditions like diabetes, heart disease, and dementia also increases. But here's the good news. Research shows that 70% of how we age is influenced by lifestyle choices, not just genetics. That means you have more control than you think. Robert understood this early. He made small but consistent changes to his daily habits, while William assumed that aging automatically meant getting weaker and sicker. Chapter 2. The Power of Gentle Movement. One of Robert's biggest secrets is his commitment to gentle daily movement. Every morning, he spends 20 minutes stretching, walking, or doing light yoga. A study from the National Institute on Aging shows that just 30 minutes of light activity a day can reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease by up to 40%. Gentle exercises like morning walks in the park, chair yoga for flexibility, Tai Chi for balance, light resistance bands to maintain muscle. William, on the other hand, avoided exercise, believing he was too old to start. Unfortunately, his lack of activity accelerated muscle loss and made everyday tasks harder. Here's your first takeaway. Movement is medicine. It doesn't need to be intense, but it does need to be consistent. If you already practice one of these exercises daily, write one in the comments. Let's see how many of you are staying active. Chapter 3. Nutrition that fuels longevity. Let's talk about food, because what you eat after 60 matters more than ever. Robert shifted to a Mediterranean-style diet, rich in vegetables, lean proteins, nuts, and healthy fats like olive oil. Research published in the journal Aging Research Reviews found that seniors following a balanced diet had a 25% lower risk of developing dementia and up to 30% lower risk of heart disease. Robert focuses on whole, colorful vegetables, omega-3 rich fish like salmon, high-fiber foods to support digestion, drinking enough water to stay hydrated. William, on the other hand, relied heavily on processed foods, sugary snacks, and skipped hydration. Over time, this led to weight gain, unstable blood sugar, and constant fatigue. If you think nutrition is an area where you need improvement, write 2 in the comments below. Chapter 4. Protecting mental health and memory. Physical health is only half the equation. Mental and emotional well-being are just as important for aging gracefully. Robert made it a habit to stay socially connected. He meets friends for coffee, volunteers at a local library, and challenges his brain by learning new things. William, however, became isolated after retirement.
Loneliness increased his stress levels, disrupted his sleep, and even affected his memory. Studies from Harvard show that maintaining strong social connections after 60 can increase life expectancy by up to 7 years and significantly reduce the risk of Alzheimer's. Here are a few tips to protect your mental sharpness. Stay socially active. Read or learn a new skill regularly. Practice mindfulness or meditation. Talk openly about your feelings. If you already practice at least one of these, write 3 in the comments and let me know which one you do. Chapter 5. The Habit of Regular Health Checkups. One of Robert's smartest moves was making preventive care a priority. He schedules annual checkups, monitors his blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar, and never skips routine screenings. Early detection is powerful. A study published in The Lancet found that people who monitor their health regularly reduce the risk of severe complications by up to 50%. William avoided doctors unless absolutely necessary, assuming no news is good news. By the time he noticed health problems, some conditions were already advanced. Here's your reminder: prevention is better than cure. If you've had a health checkup in the past year, write 4 in the comments.
Chapter 6. Sleep, the underrated key to longevity. Many people underestimate the power of sleep, but after 60, quality rest becomes even more important. Robert made it a rule to sleep at least 7 hours per night, avoiding caffeine in the evenings, and creating a relaxing bedtime routine. Studies from Johns Hopkins University show that seniors who get 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep per night have better memory, stronger immune systems, and longer lifespans. Meanwhile, William often stayed up late watching TV, leading to chronic fatigue, poor mood, and slower recovery from illness. If you agree that good sleep is one of the hardest habits to maintain, write 5 in the comments. Chapter 7. A Growth Mindset About Aging. There's one more habit Robert has that might surprise you. He views aging as an opportunity, not a decline. Psychological studies reveal that seniors with a positive mindset toward aging live, on average, 7.5 years longer than those who constantly fear getting old. Robert treats every year as a chance to grow, learning, connecting, and exploring new hobbies. William, in contrast, focused on what he had lost with age, which made him less motivated to care for his health. Your mindset matters more than you think. If you believe staying young starts with your attitude, write 6 in the comments. Final chapter: Your Longevity Blueprint. The difference between Robert and William isn't luck. It's a series of small, daily choices that compound over time. Here's a quick recap of the 6 key habits that can transform your health after 60. 1. Gentle daily movement. 2. Nutritious, balanced meals. 3. Mental stimulation and social connection. 4. Preventive health checkups. 5. Quality sleep. And 6. A positive mindset toward aging. You don't need to change everything overnight. Start with one habit, master it, and then move on to the next. And now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 6 habits speaks to you the most? Write the number in the comments below. If you already practice more than one, share your story. You might inspire someone else. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more tips on healthy aging and longevity. Your best years can still be ahead of you, starting today.